Can the spring be too far away? There's a red cardinal right there. Back into the bushes. Got too close, I guess. I don't know. I'm weird. Wherever the scrap life will take us, right? Ooh. Mr. Kama. Go figure, the guy walking. Oh. I'm making this video and Mr. Scrappity banner just popped up. I couldn't read it though fast enough. Oh, are you guys ready? Is the Chevy ready? It's always ready. Okay, I put this crap. That's water in that cup there, and crackers in that box. Trying to save a few pennies. Well, from an earlier video I made of I'm froze out. I'm still froze out today. See? Look at that ice. It's rock solid. 3-4 inches of ice. Can't get into my own place still. I would say I'm a little bit frustrated. Somebody must have dropped off all this. Could actually use a couple of these in my own house. A non-locking one. Needs to have the screws though. Looks like they kept the screws that hold the doorknobs together. The ones that hold the doorknobs together are fine threads. That's weird. Why would they keep the... Why would they keep the fine threaded ones? Here's one that's got a couple of fine threaded ones. Sometimes these things are brass, but getting this off of the steel or the aluminum that it's attached to, there must be a technique to it. So yeah, that's brass. There must be a technique to getting this brass piece. See, all these things are brass. How the heck do you get the brass off of that though? Because the scrapyards won't pay for breakage brass. On these, they'll just give you shred price steel. Their claim is there's not enough on there. No, these are always steel. You'd have to go way back. Yeah. You'd have to go way back in time to find brass hinges. Alright, that's enough of that. That's what I know about these. What I do with these is I just end up throwing them off as shred because I've never found a quick, fast, cheap and easy way of removing the brass where it's worth the time and effort. But apparently, these things come off fairly easily. They're brass. That ring, somehow or another, because it's separated from this. Or how does the doorknob itself come off? Because it's got that steel thing in there. You know me, I end up using a sledgehammer. Like primitive man. Well, y'all know why I got that up there. Oh, 'cause you're an idiot. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Well, it's either take the stuff down that's in here, right? Or load up with other stuff. But if I put the big stuff in there, I'm going to have to move this stuff around. That thing's heavy. The stove right here, that thing's a beast. I'm inside the building over here. I came in through the other door. And that is rock solid still. Wow. Lovely, eh? That's frozen in there. I guess it's safe to plug that back in though. As you really can't get an electric shock with solid ice. Absolute frustration and disgust. And no, the owner won't do nothing about it. No, if I dug a trench into solid, the ground is like solid rocks of like limestone. I physically couldn't do it myself. I've got people suggesting I find some, I don't know, illegal aliens or something to come and help. You ain't gonna find anybody like that around here. I mean, I'll keep looking, but somebody that you can actually trust. There we go, here's a doorknob with, yeah, people that you can trust? Probably not.
I think for a long time we shunned them in a way that drove them to...
The thing is, the big thing is trust. Finding somebody that you can trust. And, wow. That's a tall order. You know, because most people are pretty desperate. And you leave somebody alone in here, and, you know, before long, you don't know what's going to be leaving, what's coming, you know what I mean? I have a lot of trust issues with other people, and that's a learned behavior from, you know, years and years and years.
To impeach a third top Virginia Democrat, Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax, over alleged allegations. And they said they weren't ready to take those steps just yet. He said he would back off.
I wonder how much that copper is worth.
Did that they would support some sort of
of independent investigation.
Look at that red gold.
Fairfax deserves due process.
Yeah, a tidbit of brass, but really not that much.
Experts are predicting higher than normal water levels on the Great Lakes this summer. The Army Corps of Engineers
What's this?
office recently issuing its latest 6-month forecast, and Lake Superior is unusually high. By May, it could reach a record set in the mid-1980s. Lake Erie also could hit record highs. Lake Michigan should be above normal, but we're not expected to see any records broken. WLS News Time 12:05.
Well, the lakes go through like a 7-year cycle, and I guess we're in the high cycle. The beaches come and go, so this year at the cottage in Michigan City, the beach will probably be kind of small, because there's been years where the beach was like 200 feet from the sand dunes, and other years where it was just 25 feet. And as I've said in previous videos, I remember when I was a little kid, years of the alewife fish. I won't eat fish because that stench of like tens of thousands of dead fish along the beach shore still sticks with me. Tens of thousands of dead fish. This was like in the 70s and stuff like that. And what it was is the alewife fish are saltwater fish, or brackish water fish, and the ship, ballast water would take them in the ocean, and then when it would come into the Great Lakes, they would release some of the ballast water, and along with that, the fish would come out. So you'd have saltwater fish swimming around in fresh water, and they wouldn't last too long. Maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks? Something like that. There was just so many of them, and there was just an unbelievable amount of seagulls. It was insane. Seagulls eating, you couldn't use the beach, really. Alright, let's get this thing cooked. Oh, it's ice frozen. How about that? There's like so much other stuff around here. Okay, somebody told me get a bag of rock salt and dump it there, because somebody else said, use a torch, but then if I damage the door, I'm responsible for the damage. So, torch is out, because I'll end up melting that rubber thing at the bottom. Somebody else said, take some hot water. Where's the hot water going to come from? There isn't any. There's no infrastructure here. Yeah. Push the button, see what happens. Yeah, no, I'll end up ruining the mechanism, so I'll really be responsible, and then the door won't work. So that option's out. Take an ice chipper. I heard somebody else say. You guys all know I'm not the most coordinated individual on the planet, right? But this right here is my best bet. So the commenter that left that suggestion, thank you. Well, why didn't you think of it yourself? Well, look, I'm responsible for the damage that I do lose my security deposit. So I'll lose, what is it, $1,500 I have as security deposit because I had to make the door open. Well, looks like I got my work cut out for me, so maybe an ice chipper. Some of this stuff is really... Well, I won't mention the commenter by name, but thank you. Maybe this idea will work. After I trench this out, maybe I'll dump some salt into it. I'll have to go find some. I see some salt dumped out on the city streets. Like big piles of it. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna hit the door. Anyway, you get the idea. I mean, unless the temperature is going to rise, which it hasn't for several days, that's what we're going to do. Maybe try and chop around there. I'm not sure if there's any hope for the small door here, though, because this is flooded like 4 or 5 inches up. I'm surprised it hasn't bent the framing yet, but who knows. Yikes. There's a dead stink bug. Okay, what I have here is about 80 pounds worth of copper. 80 pounds worth of copper. No way. 80 pounds of copper. 80 pounds worth of copper is like... I've been talking to those people from the UK for too long. Let's see if I can get this scale to set. Okay. What do we see there? Well, minus the bucket. Okay. And those 2 items maybe that are on there, or I don't know. Yeah. The little red box and the hammer, so maybe 75 pounds of copper. Number 2. Take this stuff to the scrap. I got all those lovely coils still. And the reason why I do is because I'm frozen in here. I saw this sucker apart. That mini spare is like concrete rubber. Snowing out again. Winter hanging on. One of the best gifts I ever got. This thing already has gotten me through thick and thin. I keep that at my side. That ain't going nowhere. starting to melt a little bit. Let's get this good stuff into the truck. You! Alright, gotta lock up here. Put the chain back on the door handle. What am I forgetting? Anything? Nothing? I'll lock that up.